Tomorrow, right? Chaos on Capitol Hill. No, seriously. Lawmakers acting more like professional wrestlers by hurling insults, threats, and even kidney punches. Let's start with the alleged physical altercation between House Congressman Tim Bersett and Kevin McCarthy. Bersett was one of the 8 Republicans who voted to oust McCarthy from the Speaker's seat. And Bersett claims McCarthy walked by him during an interview and did this.
Yeah, he just elbowed me in the kidneys is all he did. You know, it was deliberate. It was just a cheap shot by a bully. It's one of those deals that, you just don't expect that kind of thing from an adult, especially the guy that was at one time the third person in line to the White House.
Okay, no, I did not elbow him. No, I would not elbow him. I would not hit him in a kidney. I guess our elbows hit as I walked by.
That's not only the only congressional cage match, a fist fight nearly breaking out in the Senate of all places. Republican Senator Markwayne Mullen trying to fight a Teamsters union boss who had been taunting him online.
You want to run your mouth? We can be 2 consenting adults. We can finish it here.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on.
Big guy.
Oh, stop it.
Is that your solution every
Hold it. No, sit down. Sit down.
Okay.
You're a United States Senator.
And I'm a guy from Oklahoma first. In Oklahoma, you don't do this. Maybe you run your mouth in New Jersey. I don't know. I'm not from New Jersey, but this is some thug. That's a mob boss. In 2022, he said he wanted to bring the mob mentality back to the Teamsters. Maybe that's true, but you still aren't going to run your mouth at me and expect me to just sit there.
I imagine that Mullen was maybe just fulfilling everyone's dream of anyone who's been a keyboard warrior against you, and then you see them in person and you want to fight them. I know that happens to you pretty regularly, right, Harold?
These guys are clowns. It's embarrassing to watch. Bernie Sanders may get nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize for what he did there. This guy was, I can understand your emotions getting the better of you for a moment or getting the worst of you. But he followed it back up on shows, this Markwayne Mullen fellow saying that he's from Oklahoma first and you're not going to criticize him or attack. What have our politics become when a sitting United States senator can't control himself, not once, not twice, but 3 or 4 times even since then? In the situation with Tim Burkett and Kevin McCarthy, I mean, grow up or go home. I mean, they're still talking about being elbowed or being pushed. I mean, this is not 3rd and 4th and 5th and 6th grade. This is United States Congress, and it's embarrassing.
Jesse, what would you have done if Greg elbowed you in the kidneys?
Greg, I don't think he could reach my kidneys.
That hurt.
The Senate was so proud that they have a dress code, and then they start challenging each other to a fight. I changed my mind. At first, I thought this was legit. This thug, Teamster guy, he was talking a lot of trash. The guy just stood up. And he's a UFC guy, or he was a mixed martial artist. He's undefeated. Kevin McCarthy said he boxes with this senator. And he's not allowed to hit Kevin in the face because, but Kevin's allowed to hit him anywhere. And one time he hit this guy in the nose. It was bleeding. Got a broken nose, but it was bleeding. They had to stop it because there was blood. But Kevin is confident. Kevin now says that if he had hit him, he would have been on the ground. So at first I thought, maybe Kevin was lying to me when he said he didn't do it. And now he's saying it was a really tight hallway and maybe he hit him with a shoulder. But now I don't really like the way Bersett reacted. Oh. And I'm thinking Bersett seems a little soft. And I don't like to say other men are soft because I don't know Bersett, and I need to keep good relations with these people because they have to come on my show. But he was on my show last night, and I wish I had called him not a wimp or anything, but the way he handled it wasn't really the best way to handle it.
Okay. Judge, we also know that there have been on the feminine side of the aisle, I guess I would say, that you've had cat fights, so to speak, of the words going back and forth, but no fisticuffs yet.
Yeah, well, we kind of went from a speaker fight to a budget fight. Now we're down to a fist fight. But here's the thing. The comment that you made about the elbow is very important because Kevin McCarthy seems to be about the same height as this guy Bersett. OK, and if he's going to elbow him in the kidneys, first of all, he'd have to go like that to get down to his kidneys. I mean, it's something that you could solve forensically. But they're a bunch of wusses. I mean, this is very easy. It's very easy to resolve this thing. And you know what? This guy, if you're going to run your mouth, let's do it outside. You know, we don't want to hear that. It's like the downfall of the United States. I mean, everything is falling down, even in Congress. You know, I thought we really reached a sophisticated step when we said that Fetterman had to wear a suit or at least look, like he was respecting the office of Senate. And now they're down to fisticuffs. They're ridiculous. And men are just maybe too much testosterone. Maybe
Careful,
not
Judge.
enough.
It's not. Don't you dare speak in generalities about my gender.
All right, I will. Too much testosterone. There's 4 of them. We just proved it.
Let's settle this right now.
Yeah.
Do you think that John Kerry should bring James Taylor over for a little kumbaya?
It's about time. But I think Mullen was lucky that it was that union boss and not Randy Weingarten, because she's a bruiser.
I got Randy on that one.
Yeah, she's Gary Shandling with human growth hormone. You ever notice that?
Now that you mention it.
But you know what? I don't mind this at all. I mean, I think this is the kind of political story we need because it's essentially harmless. It's like, think about the conflicts that are going on in the Democratic Party right now. They can't agree on whether beheading children deserves a response. You know what I mean? They're calling each other names, they're elbowing each other a kidney. I'll take that. That's not a real rift. You know, at the end of the day, they still agree on the basic moral principles that, an atrocity occurred on October 7th. You know what? And also, they weren't really going to. I mean, if Bernie can break up a fight, there was no fight.
Bernie, hold me back.
Yeah, Bernie, hold me back.
Here, let me get your jacket.
If they're fighting, at least they're not raising your taxes.
That is true, Dana. That's an
Fight
excellent
away.
point.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.